Sylas mains seriously think the world is out to get them. They will act like the villain, they'll play the I'm oppressed card every chance they get, they read the Communist Manifesto religiously every night before bed and wish death upon the rich. Y'all think you're revolutionaries, but the only revolution you're contributing to is the one where your mom's trying to kick you out of her basement. Hwei. You guys are the type of people that think you're artsy and mysterious. You wear Doc Martens and dress in all black to conceal any ounce of personality. You've tried painting, but you're utter balls at it. I would recommend just sticking to painting some color on your gray death screens. Lux mains are either twinks or people who got auto-filled mid. You have an entire essay planned out as for why Lux needs more skins and are forever in denial that the only reason your champ is strong is because she's the literal poster child of League. Also, if you play her with barrier, there's a special place in hell for y'all. Ziggs mains scare me. You guys are probably building something explosive in your bedroom and are slight racists. There's only one thing you want to do in game, and it's to get those juicy one-shots on every tower. You'll use the excuse of rotating when really you just want to hit towers in every lane. It's to the point where you will literally int for these towers. Gragas. Now, to preface with Gragas, I wasn't really sure whether to include him in this video, as he can literally be played in any lane, but anyway, let's get into it. Gragas mains 100% are drinking while playing. You live for those bomba combos and still can't get over the fact that KDA Gragas actually exists. Gragas mains like to chill, they won't really go crazy in lane, and enjoy watching enemies rage at the fact that they can't kill you in lane. Xerath mains are just annoying. You guys are the embodiment of the actually emoji and feel the constant need to correct people every chance you get. In life, you'll never commit to anything, but rather dip your toes into everything that interests you without any long-term goal in mind. You also either miss everything or hit everything, and people will just claim you're scripting. Heimerdinger. Okay, Heimer mains are seriously just in their own world. You guys don't really care what's going on around you, and you'll do anything you please. No Mundo reference there. People will leave you alone for a couple minutes, and you're either soloing Baron or you're solo losing the game. Jayce mid players love to convince themselves that they're actually useful when playing the champ, when only Asians can really pilot the champ till its full potential. You either hate or love that he was in Arcane, and love to think of yourselves as the main characters. Akali left
on his lonesome. He's going to need to be that hero as these minions are going to now join these Nexus turrets. Lands just trying to buy some time, and he knows that this game is over. Jovi just trying to get back to his fountain. Goes golden alongside Faker.
Leblanc mains are allergic to having good CS numbers and will blame their attack animation for why they have less CS than the support. Despite this, you guys will still manage to somehow explode the enemy ADC and blink away like nothing ever happened. Y'all also have mommy issues. Aurelion Sol. I feel like A-Sol mains are just old. Just like your champion, you're willing to wait for eons before you become useful. I think the OG A-Sol mains are even older people, like Gandalf style old. You guys either hate or love the reworked version. Malphite mid players will 100% of the time be going AP and are only looking for one thing: one-shotting the squishies. People will complain that your champion is brain dead while you run away laughing with their LP in your pockets. You guys are pretty chad and are surprisingly nice people. Cassio mains are just perpetually angry players. They'll never type though, as both wrists are forever injured from carpal tunnel from spamming E so much, and on top of that, with whatever energy they have left in their hands after playing Cassio, they'll probably touch themselves to the thought of Cassio dominating them. Malzahar players are people who just don't want to interact with anyone. All of your abilities are either to stop someone from doing something or to annoy them, and your personality reflects this. You have the easiest ulti in the game, yet some of you manage to even mess this up. I'm looking at you, K-Troll. Fizz mains are probably all still in high school and watch way too much anime. Aside from watching anime though, you guys are probably IRL trolls. You live for the enjoyment of seeing others suffer. In game, you probably have maximum 3 CS per minute, but somehow you have a fully stacked Medjais and 15 kills. Karma and Lulu mid players definitely just got autofilled, which I don't know how it works when you pick support primary and mid secondary, so probably only happens once in a blue moon. But anyway, you refuse to dodge and you decided to say fuck it and picked your champion mid lane. You'll probably permafollow your jungle and shield them and be a nuisance to the other team. Orianna Orianna mains are quiet and a little bit into the gothic vibe. Y'all live for the 2 frames that your champion got in Arcane and have a thing for balls. You like stability and consistency in life with the occasional explosion here and there. Neeko. Neeko mains are pretty fruity people. You guys bring the energy into every room you fill. You're pretty good at imitating people, but you struggle to understand someone deep down. Y'all are also mini trolls, looking for any opportunity to annoy someone and get a laugh out of it. Pantheon. Pantheon mains probably play Pantheon because they need an AD mid that's actually useful. You guys tried the Wing Brothers, the Assassins, and tanks mid, but couldn't stand any of them. Pantheon players are also pretty chad, and worst case you don't get mid, there's no need to worry because your champion can play 5 roles. You guys also enjoy his pretty badass voice lines. Rumble. Rumble mains are literally just children who are a little bit too obsessed with fire. You guys were the kids that played with lighters at school and always mess around with those gas taps in the science room. Y'all kind of smell like burnt toast, but are actually pretty chill and funny people overall. Any tanks mid. Get out, you're not welcome here. Viktor. Viktor mains think they're the next greatest inventor or engineer. You guys studied some sort of science in school and also ran a cult on the side. You hate the fact that Riot twinkified your champion, but have now come to a state of acceptance and just play him anyway. Ryze. Ryze mains are just voluntary masochists. You guys are so used to the amount of times that Riot has either changed, nerfed, buffed, or reworked your champion that you kind of enjoy seeing how he'll change the next time. It's almost like a mini rework for you guys. Apart from Riot changing your champ, you have never filled a hole in your heart that your favorite iteration of Ryze had, and you've tried the alternatives, but you always seem to relapse. Vel'koz. Vel'koz mains 100% have a poster of the first 1000 numbers of the pi sequence on their wall and think that they're the next Einstein. You guys will analyze builds, calculate the math, just to get one shot by a support Nautilus with Ignite. The dopamine hits you get from hitting a geometric Q are the only reasons you can't step away from this champion. Akshan. Akshan mains are just plain incels. You guys will spend your days claiming that women never have and never will love you because they're always picking the asshole guys. Between Qs, you spend your time on the nice guys subreddit and insta-lock Akshan to scrape back any form of self-esteem by harassing your enemies in lane, just to then lose the entire game. Smolder. Smolder mid players are just children. I've never seen one not whine and whinge the whole game when you can't get fed in lane. You're entitled and believe that everyone should play for you, and when your teammates question why you have 10 deaths at 5 minutes, it's because you don't have your stacks yet. Anivia. Anivia players are old school mid players. You still believe in Season 1 supremacy, where games were hours long, where you had infinite mana and your ult was pretty much up 24/7. You're also probably a one trick. I swear to God, I have never seen an Anivia player that plays any other champions. Syndra. Syndra mains are control freaks with a thing for balls. Y'all live for one shots and between games fantasize of the thought of Syndra's thighs crushing your face. You have huge mommy issues, but are loud and proud about it. You know what? I respect you guys. Keep playing Syndra. Aurora. Aurora mains are horny and had a huge crush on Lola Bunny growing up. You have Bunny Girl Senpai playing in the background and spend a lot of time on the hentai subreddits. You also probably really like eating french fries. Taliyah. Taliyah mains are pretty nice and positive people. You guys have gone through a lot with your champ, going through changes, and are finally happy she's actually viable mid. I feel like you guys are into philosophy and are pretty intelligent overall. You sometimes eat your teams by locking them into a corner with your ulti though. Azir. Azir mains are just masochists. You're fine with the fact that pros dictate whether your champ is viable to play because the dopamine hits you get from doing an Azir insec are unmatched. Y'all are probably also really into sci-fi, fantasy genres, and enjoy board games on the weekends. Twisted Fate. TF mains think they're playing the game like a game of 5D chess, making crazy macro plays across the map and outsmarting the enemy. In reality, your team just died to another 4v5 and are blaming you for not being there to fight. You guys are pretty sad and lonely and wear a fedora to sleep. Corki. Corki mid players, much like Azir, are at the mercy of pros dictating whether your champ is playable. You guys like all things tech related and play old school shooters like Call of Duty and Battlefield in your free time. You also sorely mispackage Tristana. Tristana mid players, I didn't want to include y'all in this, but if you play Tristana mid, please, for the love of God, keep this champion out of mid lane. This shit needs to be kept bot. You guys will run demolish and blow up towers by 10 minutes and jump away if anything actually happens. If you play our bot, I have respect for you though. Diana. Diana mains perpetually live in the dark. I feel like a lot of Diana mains are either women or hetero-flexible men who look down on and silently judge the pick-me girls and guys. Y'all are pretty quiet and love a team fight Malphite to the point where you will int if you see a good angle for a 5-man ult. Vex. Vex mains, just like the champion, act like they hate interacting with people when deep down y'all are softies and crave attention. You use the I don't care about anyone or anything guys as reverse psychology to make people talk to you. You secretly enjoy attention and are little softies. Galio. Galio mains, I think, are the only mains that are actually certified chads. You guys don't care if anyone thinks that your champion is stupid or easy to play, and when anyone flames you, you just do that mewing and shush thing. Galio mains live pretty normal lives outside of League and enjoy a hearty meal and a drink on the weekend. Irelia. Irelia mains are horny and love to throw games. You guys will get a lead after buying Vamp Scepter and continue to snowball the game just to hit a 5-man ult late game and die whilst queuing into the first enemy. You tend to win games that you int and lose games that you're actually doing well, causing you to live in a constant state of ambiguity, not knowing if you can actually play the champion or not. You also spend a decent amount of time on the Rule 34 LOL subreddit. Katarina. Katarina players are constantly whining. Whether or not they're doing well or doing poorly, they'll always find a reason to complain at someone for not doing something right. You refuse to believe in the concept of lanes and are probably prepubescent with your emotions swaying heavily based off hormones and horniness. You guys also smurf a lot to boost your ego when you've plateaued at a rank. Zoe. Zoe's my one trick, so here we go. We enjoy one-shotting too much and live off the pain from others. IRL, we're trolls and will get into trouble for a laugh. We take enjoyment in fighting in the weirdest ways possible, using 4 to 5 random flashes. We're constantly fueled off the adrenaline of our teammates pinging question marks where the enemy's dead bodies lie. We have embraced people calling our champion BS, but at the same time know that she is pretty balanced and has reasonable counterplay. Alright y'all, that's all for today. Comment below what champs you want to see next. Peace.